It's your boy Mo Spit, man. HipHopPeriod.com. With my nigga Mark, we out here. We ain't taking no prisoners, man. You already know from where it started to where it's gonna end. We gonna get this shit. Believe that.
Big shout to hip-hop, period. That's what we do is hip-hop, period.
That's it. We appreciate it.
Hip-hop, period. Beats, period. Real lyrics, period. Alright? B-boy stuff, period. So big shout to hip-hop, period. We love y'all. Peace.
I do this for the realest, bright lights tourists. Those who really know what my life's like, no assurance. Hoes who get hype off the ice, brightling appearance. The ball who got sniped lost the fight right where the cure was. Got major niggas frontin', today my niggas hunting. It's guaranteed defeat us, babies in the stomach. The government's got us lost, won't reveal a shooter. We behold a pale horse, Mr. William Cooper. The government's got us lost, won't reveal a shooter. We behold a pale horse, Mr. William Cooper.
That's where I met Joaquin Dean from Ruff Ryders. And, you know, Joaquin had a vision. He wanted to start a studio, so you know, I started a little studio with him. And I've been working with him for about 15 years. And you know, seen the making of DMX, the making of the Locks. I remember when they had, oh man, what's my man's name? They had Puffy signing.
Mace?
Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mace started out with them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So we got some, look at that.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that.
Mace started out with them. And, you know, from then, man, you just keep building and building. And, you know, I'm always running into new talent. And what it is, that's what makes you stay young and never get old.
Keep you fresh.
Keeps you fresh. Just listening to new talent, the different styles. You know, I was out in North Carolina for a while. You meet a lot of North Carolina rappers. I was out in ATL for a little while. And you just meet the different styles of music that come around.
Now, can you share with the audience, Greg, because you and I are similar in this because we've been through decades of it and we still digging it.
Yeah.
Why do you think some of us that came in the beginning ain't digging it so much now? They just get old?
You know what it is, man? That's what it is. It's like your mother listening to the Ohio Players.
Yeah.
Or even me listening to the Ohio Players.
Yeah.
And then the new R&B sound comes. You don't sound like the Ohio Players, man, but where the live band at? So sometimes you'll see Little Richard in them, and your grandparents is down with Little Richard, and that's what they like.
Yeah.
And that's where they stay.
Yeah.
And it's transitional. And what happens is, I think, even in music in New York, rappers really don't transcend. So a lot of New York rappers are still stuck in, like, the 90s.
Trapped in the 90s. Nas, trapped in the 90s.
Well, no, don't go to Nas because now...
No, I'm saying because Nas made a track called Trapped in the 90s. Yeah.
Because what happens is, music changes. So what happens, a lot of rappers now, they sound like Jay-Z. They sound like the Locks. But we don't need nobody that sound like them because they ain't dead.
Yeah, right.
So they here.
Right.
So you got to come up with something
new
that people like. So, like down south, they transcend. Like 1 minute it's this style, the next minute it's the trap music. So they change. You know, you had Outkast.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
But you look now, nobody down there sound like Outkast.
Nobody.
Because music transcends down there. Music on the East Coast don't transcend.
We want to hold on to it.
We want to hold on to it.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's evolving down there.
Yeah, you got to make it evolve, because if it don't evolve, if something new don't come along, nobody, you sound like such and such.
Yeah.
So they don't want to mess with you because they can just listen to the original. And what happens is they don't realize they're the ones that keep Jay-Z famous.
That's a jewel and a half.
Yeah, they're the ones that keep Jay-Z famous because he's here. And all he got to do is sit back, let everybody do their thing, and nobody feels nobody. So he just comes out and says, okay, let me give y'all what y'all want to feel. And then he could just walk back off and go do his sports thing and that. And then sit back for another year, 2 years, and then just come back again. And then he got his wife's Beyonce. So he's like, look, baby, let me do a record with you. Show the people I'm the king.
Yeah.
Got it in his house.
He got it in his house.
He top of the food chain. I was explaining that to my son the other day. I said he the top of the food chain. Ain't too many of them at the top of the food chain.
Not at all, man. Not at all. And that's what makes music, man, changing of the guard.
Right.
And we haven't had a changing of the guard.
I do this for the realest, bright lights tourists. Those who really know what my life's like, no assurance. Hoes who get hype off the ice, brightling appearance. The ball who got sniped lost the fight right where the cure was. Got major niggas frontin', today my niggas hunting. It's guaranteed to feed us, babies in the stomach. The government's got us lost, won't reveal a shooter. We behold a pale horse, Mr. William Cooper. The government's got us lost, won't reveal a shooter. We behold a pale horse, Mr. William Cooper. The OG spinning in and out, alphabets locked in a pen, look what this pen about. I'm lounging for now like I sit on your mom's rented couch. Dress you up nice, let me bring these lyrical linens out. I'm that dude when I pin